God has always given us signs from above. Hi, welcome to Signs from Above. This is Lucy B. Have you ever had something happen and not know the reason behind it? You may ask, why, God? Why? Why did you allow this to happen? Sometimes this can be caused by a poor decision we made, or it could have nothing to do with our actions. Maybe it's a death, sickness, divorce, loss of a job, whatever. Our minds tend to go to worst case scenario and just stays there. But as a child of God, He doesn't want us to live there, but to trust Him. But to trust that He will use it for the good. As humans, this is hard, especially when it's extremely painful. I've mentioned before that this book, it's called The Hiding Place by Corrie Ten Boom. And Corrie and her sister Betsy were in a concentration camp for hiding Jews. They lost their father during this ordeal. And Betsy, she was just so full of faith and thanked God for the soldiers and for the fleas. The fleas were in the room that the soldiers would not enter. But Corrie, she thanked Him reluctantly because Betsy asked her to. So come to find out, the fleas were the reason the guards would not enter the room, and they were able to bring many Jews to Jesus. So side note, they even miraculously smuggled a Bible in. But they trusted Him. And they didn't know all of the details. They didn't know what was going to happen. They had no idea, but they trusted Him. So with me, I have this weird medical thing that I have going on, and they found 4 abnormal masses. Some of my organs have literally wrapped around them that they can't even get to the masses without this, life-threatening surgery. So I have to travel out of state because from what the surgeons have told me that only a small handful of surgeons will even work on me in the U.S. And it's just because it's a very high-risk surgery. So there's the possibility of cancer. And again, with this high-risk surgery, and it sounds a bit scary. And initially after this, I'll just tell you, I was mad at God. In fact, my husband, he told me, he said, he actually wanted the rapture to come. He said, I just want the rapture to come now. And I'm like, not me. I'm mad at God. I have to work this out before that ever happens. But after reading the book, The Hiding Place, I was like Corrie and reluctantly thanked Him for it. But since then, the blessings have truly just rained down on me. So many things happen. I mean, too many to even share. But this has opened the door to share my story with others and letting them know that I've released it to Jesus. And through my illness, I've been able to talk with 4 atheists about Jesus. And the good news, they just keep coming back. And when they keep coming back, I'm going to keep talking. And to me, this has been so amazing. The door would have not been open if it weren't for this illness. But I'm able to talk about how Jesus is working in my life and all of the good things that He's doing. And they want to hear more, and and it just really just has allowed me to be able to share that. And I love it. And I will tell you, about a week ago, I literally got on my knees and thanked Him for this. Not reluctantly, but this time I truly thanked Him. And I saw that He was using this for the good, which to me was just so worth it. And worth it, these 4 souls being saved to me. Oh, goodness. I guess I take that as you see somebody jumping off a cliff and you try to stop them and they won't stop and they go and jump anyway. By God allowing this to happen, it stopped them from jumping, going to hell in a sense, and being saved to live with Him forever. To me, that just makes it worth it. Side note though, I do have a surgery scheduled in about 2 weeks. I do have another second opinion next week. So we'll see what happens with all of that. But I'm fully at a place where I completely trust him because I see him working. Another story that I have is about my friend Sarah. Now, Sarah was diagnosed with breast cancer last summer. She went through chemo and then a mastectomy, and then she had radiation. Starting this month, she started chemo, and she has to have it for 45 weeks going into October. But Sarah is amazing and decided to give it all to Jesus. And then the blessings started raining down. Love it. One of those blessings is that she has a 5th grader, and her 5th grader wrote a book, and she wrote it for other kids and how to cope with a parent who has cancer. And then her 3rd grader illustrated the book. Some people found out about it, and the book is now getting published. It's so amazing. She's giving Jesus all the credit and is now able to make a difference in other kids' lives as well. So trusting Jesus doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. No, absolutely no way. My illustration I said today to someone was, it's kind of like climbing a hill, but asking him to continually hold your hand as you're going up this hill. Asking for help over these big rocks, this sliding down the hill, whatever it may be. Help me. And raining those blessings down so that make it easier. But that's what I mean. Like, he will walk with you and he will give you blessings along the way. Maybe you'll find the reasons why it's happening right away. Maybe it'll be in a distant future, or maybe it will be the day that you get to heaven. But I promise you that he will make it good. He always does. So when thinking of trusting in God, and it just immediately takes me to the Word of God in Proverbs 3:5-6. And it's trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. So we aren't home, but it will be wonderful. But if you are still here, we still have work to do. So keep an eye out for the signs around you until our next episode. Walk with a confidence that you're guided and protected, with Jesus lighting your path and revealing messages along your journey.